get here. You know what? I am so excited because this videotape on Coliseum Video is called Global Warfare, man. You know what? And who knows more about global warfare than Jimmy Hart, the Mouth of the South? Because after all, for 9 years in the World Wrestling Federation, I've managed some of the meanest, baddest guys that ever came down the pipe, man. But you know, on this video, it's going to be kind of special because we got some great matches, but I'm going to be talking to you about music. How I write a lot of the music that some of the wrestlers go to the ring to. You know, on this tape, you've got The Undertaker. He's taking on big old Yokozuna. You've got also the Steiner brothers when they take on a couple of guys I used to manage, Money Incorporated. And of course, last but definitely not least, you've got Shawn Michaels taking on Crush. You know, I like these two guys because after all, who wrote their songs? The Mouth of the South, Jimmy Hart. You know, you got Crush. He's big, bad, rough and tough and hard to bluff. He's full of energy, man. And his song is a little headbanger, high metal energy. You know what I mean? And then of course, you've got Shawn Michaels, and you know, he's a good wrestler, and he's cool, he's cocky, and he thinks he's kind of bad, but I hope you dig his song. But like I said, this is called Global Warfare. Stick around with me, man, because after all, I was a singer in the Gentrys. Man, we had $1 million called Keep On Dancing back in 1960. Woo! But I'll tell you what year that came out, because then you know what Jimmy Hart's age is, man. But hope you like it. We're going to get ready to rock and roll and have a good time. Global Warfare on Coliseum Video, baby. Oh, baby, I love you, yes I do.
The Intercontinental Championship will be on the line. The champion, Shawn Michaels, has a big, big challenge ahead of him.
Global Warfare at its best.
And Shawn Michaels is going to be defending his title against the big man from Hawaii. 300, who knows what? Crush.
Jim Ross along with Bobby the Brain Heenan and the irrepressible Macho Man Randy Savage here to bring you this one. And this crowd is really pumped. And that young lady expressing her feelings for that young man.
The Heartbreak Kid.
And he's also the champion.
That's right.
Prestigious Intercontinental Champion, certainly is an active champion. Can't say that this guy ducks his opponents because he's certainly been one of the most competitive Intercontinental Champions in recent memory.
Can you imagine the travesty of justice if Crush was allowed or something should happen where he would win the WWF Intercontinental title, take the title back to Hawaii and pawn it for a case of pineapple juice?
Huh. You think that could happen?
I know it could happen.
Look at these colors come through that curtain right now. You're looking at not a challenger. You're looking at a #1 contender, a big man from Kona, Hawaii, and these people appreciate his existence, his strength, his speed, and the ability for him to possibly become the Intercontinental Champion.
You could be looking at the next Intercontinental Champion.
I think I just said that.
Well, that's what I heard. See, I'm on the beam.
At least you're listening.
Here's a man that has a 600-pound bench press to his credit. As we have documented, one of the strongest ever to compete in the World Wrestling Federation, and it will be his size and his power against the speed and quickness of the Intercontinental Champion. Certainly two diverse wrestling styles here.
I've done that much on the bench.
Pardon me?
I did that much on the bench.
You lifted 600 pounds?
Well, I lifted 3 twice.
No, you lifted 3 pounds 200 times.
Something like that.
Not in a row.
It was all day, though. I was there all day.
No, you were there all year.
It was a while. But I got the job done.
You're famous for those 12-ounce curls, I understand.
I usually hire someone to do it for me.
That's your way, collar and elbow tie. Look at the size difference, and already the power is easy to see right
listen,
there.
I'll give Shawn Michaels credit. He went right at Crush.
He did, toe-to-toe.
Tried to push him back. That didn't happen.
But see, he doesn't have to beat Crush. Crush has to beat him to become champion. All he's got to do is last.
Shawn Michaels chewing gum during this match.
Looks like it.
Is he cool or what?
That's dangerous.
Is he cool or stupid is what I want to say.
I think he's cool.
Michaels trying to body slam there, but to no avail, and Crush just used the power again to shove Michaels away.
On the streets of Hawaii, they call that pie facing somebody.
Well, where he's from, they don't have streets. It's just a dirt road. And they have a kind of a multicolored goose there in the corner.
Well, I'm up for this match. This should be a classic.
Andy Davis, the referee for this Intercontinental Championship matchup. Side headlock by Shawn Michaels. It would behoove him to get the big man off his feet. And again, Crush with a power display easily sets the champion up on the top turnbuckle. Whoa.
Good thinking, Shawn Michaels.
See, if Crush stays with the power aspect and forgets about wrestling him or trying to outsmart him, he could win it. He's just got to go out there and maul Shawn Michaels.
No, I disagree with you, Bobby Heenan, because we got a guy, Crush, who's not only big and strong, but he's smart and fast, too.
But he's not as fast as Shawn Michaels, and he's not as smart as Shawn Michaels. But he is bigger and stronger than Shawn Michaels. That's why he should rely on his strength and size.
Well, I'm just saying that the speed factor is not as dominant in Shawn Michaels' corner as it would be with Shawn Michaels and somebody else.
Like
Crush can
Yokozuna.
run. You're right.
Oh,
That's what I'm talking about.
Great agility, and Michaels very quickly knew he had to free himself. He had to get out of the bear hug, and he did it by poking Big Crush right in the eye.
Don't forget that Crush is quick.
Very quick.
Michaels takes Big Crush to the top turnbuckle there. Irish whip, that's going to be reversed. Then Crush sends Michaels in. Michaels able to avoid the contact. Crush could not connect with the clothesline. And catches Michaels.
Whoa!
And boom, what a backbreaker.
Awesome, and that could be the move that pinned Shawn Michaels. He's lucky he went out of the ring.
I don't think he had a choice.
What's that?
The momentum took him. When he bounced off that knee, he hit the mat and just kept rolling like sagebrush.
I agree with you, but all I'm saying right now, he could have pinned Shawn Michaels right there if he would have stayed in the ring.
Michaels lower back taking a pounding there. He came back in momentarily to break the count.
Smart move.
Crush is going to come around the ring to get him back in.
He knows Shawn Michaels hurt.
And he knows he can't win the championship unless it's a pinfall or a submission, but Michaels is there to meet him. Michaels is shrewd. He's a smart customer.
Keep him down. He's got to keep him down. He didn't do that.
Shawn Michaels is tough. Don't anybody think any different.
Clothesline did not affect the big man.
He doesn't know that he didn't go down, though. Look at Shawn Michaels right now.
Uh-oh.
This may be the time for Crush.
Crush,
look
military
at this.
pressing. Shawn Michaels extending the arms.
Can you believe the strength of the man from Koto?
No.
Where's he going?
He's going to heave him into the people.
If he throws him over the top, Michaels may never be the same.
Of course not.
Look at the strength of this man. Look at the strength of the challenger. Slams him from that military press position. And again, the lower back of Shawn Michaels taking a pounding, and he's catapulted over the top rope, right all the way out to the steel.
Now, Michaels is what, 240, 245? He just walked around and did military presses with a 240-pound man for how long? 2, 3, 4 minutes? Try that sometime.
This guy might be the strongest guy ever in the sport of the World Wrestling Federation.
Some people say he doesn't know his own strength yet.
I might try it with some fish and chips or something, but a human body? No way, pal.
Well, you can find that here all you want.
Crush again. Ooh, headbutt. Hey, Macho Man Randy Savage made a very, very good point. Crush is a very intelligent athlete. He knows he can only win the Intercontinental title by getting this guy in the ring, and that's what he's doing. Michaels would love to be counted out. You got to believe any way to save his championship, whatever he's got to do.
And if you notice, Crush, he's fighting all the time to get up on his feet. He's got a game plan.
Well, Crush a little overzealous there, and Michaels able to move out of the way, and he buried his knee into the lower back of Crush, sending Crush out of the ring. And I'm surprised that Michaels is coming out after him, Randy.
He's an opportunist.
Why wouldn't the champion just stay back in the ring and hope that perhaps this big monster would be counted out?
Because he doesn't operate like that. He's a fighting champion. He's got to learn that, though. That's why, that way he'll keep the...
Wow!
That was like a car wreck right there.
Talk about being rear-ended.
Man, his head just smacked that solid steel ring post. It even shook the ring ropes. There was so much impact.
Is this...
Shawn Michaels got a lot of respect for Crush, obviously, because he knew that he just couldn't be counted out for what he did to him before. He's on him like melted butter.
Well, I don't like what Michaels is doing. He's taking it to Crush. He should lay back, let Crush make a mistake, get disqualified, get counted out, something happens. I'll tell you what, Shawn Michaels taking it right to him. This could, Crush could take it away from him just like that.
Michaels again stomping Crush in the back of the head on the apron here. Crush in a great deal of trouble, obviously. And he's trying to shake it loose here after striking violently the ring post with his forehead.
I disagree with you, Bobby Heenan. I think Shawn Michaels is doing the right thing. He's staying on Crush. He doesn't know if he's going to get the big man down ever again, and he's taking it to him big time.
Well, now, yes, I agree with you on that. But before, they were both in the ring standing toe-to-toe. He's got to get out of that ring. Make Crush follow you. Make him make a mistake. You can do it. The guy's not a bright guy.
Crush back in the ring, and Michaels there on the second rope, poised, comes off with that sledgehammer-like blow. Back up there again, the Intercontinental Champion with his belt on the line in this one-on-one matchup, attempting to put Crush away.
Hey, we're going to the top rope right here.
Up on top, and he hit him again. That's the third time with that sledgehammer.
He can't keep him down, though. Look at this. Crush keeps getting up.
This time it's the elbow.
He's down.
Right off the second rope.
No.
And Michaels just can't believe it. He can't keep this big man down. Uh-oh. Front face lock into a DDT.
I smell pineapple juice.
He going for the lateral press. And Crush shows that great strength and powers out of it as Michaels desperately latches on with a reverse chin lock.
Crush is showing me something right here. He's showing me that he wants it big time bad. And he may get it.
Michaels trying to subdue this big man from Kona, Hawaii. 6'7", 315 pounds. And this is one way to negate his strength advantage in this particular position. The big key is how long can he keep him there?
Hard to keep him down, I'll tell you that.
Here is.
I wouldn't want that job.
Elbow. Both men back up to a vertical base. And Michaels tried that super kick. And Crush had it well scouted. And Cole caught it.
Talk about quick, smart, and
Wow.
strong, Bobby Heenan. What do you think about Crush now?
That's something. He's impressive. He is.
Kick right to the face. Michaels again in trouble.
That was a big foot.
Come on, follow it up if you want it. Let's see how bad you want it.
Front face lock. Has him up. Vertical suplex. The blood rushing to Michaels' head as he slammed in that suplex. Shawn Michaels now in a great deal of jeopardy. The leg drop to the chest.
But he's not covering him, you see? That's why he's dumb. That's why he's stupid. Don't rely on that one finishing maneuver. Now the man's escaped you.
He makes a decent point there, Macho Man, right
Real
there.
good point right there, you know, like hindsight, but when he said it when it was happening. Oh, look at that. Shawn Michaels took his belt. Was he taking a hike?
Michaels got a big break when Crush didn't follow up the pinning predicament with that
I
leg
heard
drop.
a bell. Now, what does that mean?
I heard something. I don't know.
The bell is sounding. I'm not sure if Michaels or both men have been counted out. But Crush is bringing the Intercontinental Champion back in the ring. Apparently this championship match is over, but what is the official decision? Irish whip coming right at us here. And Crush takes Michaels around the Tour of the Islands and back breaks him right into submission.
This is global warfare at its best.
He's got it on him.
The match is over, isn't it?
We hear the bell.
Maybe not.
Maybe we got a new Intercontinental Champion.
Referee Danny Davis has called for the bell. He's trying to get Crush to relinquish this painful maneuver.
Come on, ref, that can hurt him.
Grab the belt, Crush.
We are awaiting the official announcement.
Oh, no. Did he do it? Yes.
Crush has the belt.
A new champion.
Well, we're going to get the official word. I'm not sure what's going on here.
This can't be.
This match is a result of a count-out for us.
Oh, the title does not change hands.
This 14,000 plus looking on. Crush has won the match, but he will not win the Intercontinental Championship on this occasion. But you certainly couldn't tell who the champion is by the looks of Shawn Michaels.
This is what I call highway robbery.
That's kind of like going out with a girl. It's like going out with an ugly girl. He may have the belt, but it's not going to do him any good.
Well, you're certainly an expert in that area.
You bet. I mean, calling the action, not ugly girls. What are you talking about?
I saw you last night, Crush. Obviously distraught. But he,
I'm a little distraught myself.
You'd have been with me last night, you'd have been distraught, all right?
Crush with a great effort. But Michaels retains the Intercontinental title.
Oh, yeah.
As the capacity crowd here in Paris looks on, the action continues here on Global Warfare. Glad you're with us here on Coliseum Video. Mr. Fuji will bring the 550-pound Yokozuna to the ring, and this one should be a very intense one-on-one matchup. As our French-speaking ring announcer makes his introduction, Yokozuna
did a big mistake. Obviously, the English teacher in school was out that week.
This guy here is unbelievable. Walks slow to the ring, but carries a big stick.
You see him at the airport, how the people were just flocking around him with cameras and everything. They've never seen a person this size here in France.
At 550, he has got amazing balance, great agility. Certainly not just a plotter. He's got some good quickness for a man his size. And it'll be interesting to see the reaction of this capacity crowd here in Paris with the introduction of our next competitor. And it looks as if there you see the Old Glory waving in the background. And here comes Hacksaw Jim Duggan, 2x4 in hand.
They love him here.
Just like being in Glens Falls to Jim Hacksaw Duggan. They don't speak English there either.
Yokozuna standing very stoically in the ring. Duggan's popularity certainly spans the globe. That 2x4 is an international language as well. It hurts on any continent.
You bet. But notice how Yokozuna stays focused. Never leaves the corner. He could care what this clown does. Want to walk around with a board, yell ho all day long to a bunch of humanoids. Do what you want, Duggan. But this man stays focused. He knows what he has to do in that ring.
Duggan threw that steel chair in the ring, and Yokozuna didn't even move.
He's focused. He's ready to wrestle.
And Duggan's turning his back on Yokozuna and Fuji, and I don't know how smart that is, quite frankly.
Talk about conflicting styles. I think we got to hear Yokozuna versus Hacksaw Jim Duggan.
Duggan has a big score to settle, no doubt about it, simply because his career was almost ended at the hands of Yokozuna. Duggan had put out of action for several months. His family wanted him to retire from the sport, so he has got that motivating factor. It's very simple. It's revenge. That's what's on his mind in this one.
Yeah, but then they checked his resume, and they figured out had he retired from the WWF, all he could have done is probably picked up trash someplace, and they couldn't live on that.
Duggan's an educated guy.
Come on.
Well, I think he's probably a little bit more diversified, and referee Joe Morella needs to subdue Duggan with that, specifically with that 2x4, and then you'll have the responsibility of keeping his eyes on Mr. Fuji, who has been known to get involved on more than one occasion.
Can you believe what's happening right now? Hacksaw Jim Duggan's got all these people in Paris yelling USA.
And I'll tell you, that just is a great mark for his popularity.
Exactly.
Well, Duggan ready to get the crowd involved.
He needs that. He needs the humanoids behind him. He thrives off their energy. When they chant USA, when they give him the ho, that's what gets him going. But pal, I'll tell you something, pal. If you're going to rely on these ham and eggers to get you going, you're in trouble.
Well, Duggan's going to start off quickly with big right hands. Those big ham-like right hands finding their mark. And Duggan right up on the second rope here, smacking Yokozuna with those rights.
You want to stay in the corner? Hacksaw will keep you in the corner.
And Duggan now going for the 2x4.
Now the ref should disqualify him right now.
Oh, Yokozuna caught Duggan with that martial arts thrust and nails him again in the mid-back area and again in the face.
Now someone watching this would say, what a cheap shot. The referee's back was turned and he took advantage and cheap shot at Duggan. What about Duggan carrying a board in the ring? No one says anything about that.
I'm not saying it was a cheap shot.
I'm not either.
This was about ready to.
I was not.
You were too?
Duggan not. Now Duggan was over the second rope there. In any event.
Not. Who?
Will you stop it?
I think Heenan's watching a different match than we are.
He had too many crepes this morning, and he's got an upset stomach, and he's taking it out on everybody.
Crepes.
And look
One
at
more punch will take Yokozuna to the mat. I know it.
He's reeling, and he's almost ready to fall. This will be like the Eiffel Tower falling.
Ooh.
Another double thrust right to the face of Duggan. I think it got him right in the eyes.
And that's hard to do, hit his eyes. They're both moving in different directions at the
Check
same
out
time.
Fuji on the outside of the ring, man. He's proud of his Yokozuna, I guarantee you that.
Well, the Japanese are very proud people. They have a lot of pride in themselves. They can't lose face.
And they're very successful in business. And leading this man, the big Polynesian Yokozuna. And this is a brutal move right here. Over 500 pounds on Duggan. Right across the second ring rope.
What a big match this is, and not just because there's two big guys in the ring. This match right here will be heard all around the world when we have an outcome.
A lot of people looking forward to this one with Duggan looking for revenge. This crowd here in Paris chanting USA, USA. Duggan back up to a vertical base. Catches Yoko coming in with a right hand and a left hand. Yokozuna is being staggered. One more time, the 550-pounder being rocked by Duggan. Duggan is hitting Yokozuna with everything he's got, and Yoko comes back with that martial arts thrust and puts Duggan back down.
What's going on right here? He just bowed up Fuji.
Banzai!
Oh! That
Man,
might be the turning point of this match right here.
Duggan may be able to see now.
wrestling's largest thigh right across the face of Hacksaw Jim Duggan.
How big are those thighs, Bobby Heenan, would you say?
Let's put it this way. Susan Summers would have to bring out 1,600 thigh masters just to get him down to normal size.
Bear hug applied by Yokozuna. Speaking of Suzanne Summers, who was that young lady I saw you with last night?
Lonnie Anderson, why?
Just wondered.
Broke up another marriage, did you?
Well, we have been linked that we're romantically involved, but that's not true. We're just good friends.
Duggan certainly not good friends with his adversary here, and this Yokozuna certainly would like to finish Duggan off. Duggan is in a career-threatening situation here in this encounter. Duggan is having a lot of problems negotiating out of this bear hug.
He's too dumb to quit, isn't he?
You're right about what? No,
Whoa, don't say that, Jim.
he's not. He won't quit.
I think he's too dumb.
His IQ has nothing to do with it.
He's got guts.
Right.
Well, I
he's
mean,
got-
when you're hurt, you say, I quit. Then the guy lets go of the hold. You turn around, you get the board, and you waffle him. That's how you win.
Yeah, but you don't get the winner's purse.
Yeah, but you don't have to quit. Let him think you quit. See, it's all using your brain.
You lie about it.
You lie.
Oh,
You lie
you lie about it.
lie
Macho Man.
your ears off.
I mean, that just shocks me that Bobby Heenan thinks that way.
I wouldn't, but there are people that do that.
I think I'm sitting next to one.
Ross does look shady.
Hacksaw's looking for some momentum with the people, but I'll guarantee you, he should just do everything he can to get out of there, otherwise he could be history.
Duggan's big right hands, in most cases, very, very effective, but he's in such a weakened state here.
Well, he's had the wrong battle plan. He stood there and went toe-to-toe with Yokozuna. And Duggan can knock just about any man out. But if you want to win this match, you got to get Yokozuna down, tire him out, have him look for that Shell Anster man, make him run out of gas.
Duggan almost with a far, far away look in his eyes.
Yeah, that's what happens when the air leaves your body.
And it's gone. He's just about out of it. Looks like he's almost unconscious.
He's past the long shot right now. You got Yokozuna with the upper hand. I'm not saying it's hopeless, but I'm saying that we haven't got much of a chance.
You got to jab that thumb right in the eye. That's what you got to do.
I would.
Oh, he's biting him.
That'll work.
He's biting Yokozuna in the face, and Yokozuna relinquished the bear hug. Now Duggan will get a chance to at least get some more oxygen back into his lungs.
Duggan will probably be hungry in an hour.
Ooh, chop, you can hear that one. Martial arts chop by Yokozuna. Irish hooks Duggan to this corner.
Here we go.
If he hits it, it's over.
Whoa!
Duggan able to move out of the way. Yokozuna moved the ring when he struck the corner. And again, a clothesline by Duggan.
He's not down.
He's
Give
leaning
him
again.
another one.
Additional momentum. Caught him, Yokozuna. Duggan can't believe it. He's still not got the big man off his feet. One more time, Duggan comes. And caught him, and there he goes.
Look at these people.
Duggan finally takes the 550-pounder off his feet. And now the big man.
3-point stand.
Oh, Fuji tripped him there. Fuji grabs the foot, and
Whoa.
Yokozuna just engulfed Duggan in the corner. Another martial arts thrust there. Fuji able to distract Duggan momentarily.
This is scary.
And this is exactly how Duggan was put on the shelf the last time.
Up and away.
And there he goes. Yokozuna, a big bonsai splash. And Yokozuna has defeated Hacksaw Jim Duggan here in Paris.
I'm speechless on that one.
I guess I don't have to translate for you the outcome of this one, do I?
Not a chance.
Whoa, surprise, surprise, man. You guys snuck up on me, man. You know, two things that Jimmy Hart loves to do, and that's listen to music and also watch my favorite Coliseum video wrestling tapes. You know, woo! Did that big old Yokozuna and Mr. Fuji squash Hacksaw Jim Duggan? But let me tell you something, Yokozuna and Mr. Fuji, Jimmy Hart and the World Wrestling Federation champion, 5 times champion. We're going to get our belt back, and it's going to be 6 times. Hulk Hogan is going to get it back before it's all over with, man. But, you know, everywhere I go, people say, you know, Jimmy Hart, I know you write a lot of songs in the World Wrestling Federation. He said, how do you do it? Where do you get your inspiration? Does it come to you in a car? Does it come to you on a plane? Does it come to you while you're at ringside? Well, you know, just the other day, the Hulkster and myself, we were going to Boston, man, and I was on a plane and I had this great idea for a song, and I didn't have anything to write on, so I pulled out of my briefcase my trusty Hulkster pen and pencil set, man, and I couldn't find any paper, and I saw the bark bag in front of me, and I said, I can't write it on that. That might be too icky gooey. And all of a sudden, I reached into my briefcase, and I pulled out a Hulkster picture, and right on the back of my picture, I wrote down the words to a brand new song that Jimmy Hart is putting together. So hopefully over the next month or two, you'll be able to hear it in the World Wrestling Federation. But you know what? I love Coliseum video stuff, man, especially when I'm on it. But you know what I'm going to watch right now? I'm fixing to watch a match right now that's Money Incorporated. A couple of guys I used to manage when they take on the Steiner brothers, man. Can you dig this?
Tremendous crowd on hand here in Barcelona, Spain for this WWF Tag Team Championship matchup. The champions, Money Incorporated, Ted DiBiase and IRS making their way to the ring, and you can see this phenomenal crowd that have gathered here to see this championship event. Jim Ross, Bobby the Brain Heenan, and the one and only Macho Man Randy Savage here with you on Global Warfare. Thanks for being with us here on Coliseum Video.
We are in Barcelona, Spain.
Gracias. Barcelona.
Earl Hebner, the referee for this event.
That most of the tax cheats found in Spain are found right here in Barcelona.
How does he know that?
He's just
His
figuring.
job to know those things.
No, he doesn't have to have any facts to say anything. I
And
know
is
this
their
guy.
opponent
What, you think he just rattled?
at a combined weight
you
of
do, yeah.
510 pounds.
Check
And
out
hailing
these
from
guys, the
Detroit,
real
Michigan,
deal from the
here
University
are
of
the
Michigan.
challengers, Rick and
Steiner
Scott,
brothers grew up in Bay City,
the
Michigan,
Steiner brothers.
and they certainly are a formidable pair. They've been wrestling since their amateur days, since elementary school. They have one thing on their mind. They said even as a kid, they've always wanted to be the WWF Tag Team Champions.
3 toughest years of their life, 8th grade.
Well, I'll pass those thoughts along to the Steiner brothers. Maybe they can have a little after-school session with you, Brain.
Hey, listen, I think if these guys are able to get into the ring, they can take the titles right here in Barcelona. Yeah, yeah.
I'll tell you something about the Steiners. I like them. I'll tell you why. They don't keep you in a hold for too long. They just pick you up and heave you through the air. But I don't really know how bright they are. They don't look real bright. He's wearing earmuffs.
I don't think that's earmuff, Brain. I think that's his from his amateur days in Michigan. That headgear.
You had to wear that in class?
Protect his ears.
Gets that cold up there, huh?
Ladies and gentlemen, I have just been informed by the referee. If Money Incorporated does not give up the briefcase and allow it to be taken back to the locker room, they must forfeit the match. And in addition, they must forfeit their championship titles.
Wow, what an announcement
What do you
there.
think about that, Bobby Heenan? Oh, surprise, surprise.
Well, a man has to beat you in the ring. He just can't have a referee make a decision like that. Uh-oh, look out.
Well, the Steiner brothers in the ring, nailing DiBiase and IRS. Remember, this one is for the WWF Tag Team Championship. And Scotty Steiner takes IRS over the top rope. Look at this tremendous crowd that have gathered here. The hottest ticket around the World Wrestling Federation.
See you, amigo.
Global Warfare, get ready. Maybe we'll see a title change right now.
I wouldn't doubt it. Could happen.
Steiner brothers being restrained somewhat by the official. And DiBiase and IRS distance themselves. This is a cagey team, these champions. They're always thinking, especially of shortcuts.
Have you noticed every country we've been to, the fans have been different? Some are real vocal. Some like to just sit and watch every move.
You're very observant.
Well, I have to notice these things. That's why I'm a broadcast journalist.
That's why they call you the brain.
That's why.
Listen to the people start to rumble right here in Barcelona.
Side of the last Summer Olympic Games, where the Dream Team won the gold medal in basketball, among others.
Absolutely, for the USA.
DiBiase with those short forearms to the dog-faced gremlin Rick Steiner side headlock applied by DiBiase. And DiBiase,
Jockeying for position is what I call it.
he had to counter that waist lock, good side headlock takeover, and a near fall.
Hey, listen, it can happen on a side headlock takeover.
I've seen it happen. It's happened to me. I've won a lot of matches with a
Waist
side
lock.
headlock.
Waist lock and a near fall there. As
Bobby Heenan beat his rubby duck.
I beg your pardon. Never had a rubber duck.
DiBiase again with that side headlock and trying to keep it very simple. And a good shoulder block by DiBiase. DiBiase now far side using the ropes for more leverage. Steiner's got it blocked there. Waist lock, belly to belly suplex, and he goes for the cover right here. 1, 2.5. Half away from new tag team champions armbar, and Scott Steiner tags in his younger brother Scott.
You know, if they don't wait until they're in trouble to make a tag, they're always constantly making tags. That's a mark of a good team.
And also wrestling in their half of the ring, and the Steiners do a great deal of that. Nice takeover. Buries the knee into the bicep.
Steiner brothers, they just didn't happen to come along and find each other. They're family.
Can you imagine some of the fights they had in the backyard growing up?
Wow. You know that his parents are still married? Steiner's parents are still married?
Of course they are. I know their parents very well.
You know why they never got divorced?
They're nice people.
Nobody wanted custody of Scott and Rick.
What? Macho Man, that's not true. You know better than that as well.
That's not even a half truth.
Do you have jet lag again, Brain?
No, I feel great.
Got a good night's sleep last night here in Barcelona. They treated us great here.
We're where?
Barcelona. Where'd you think we were? Newark?
We're in Milan.
Look at these people watching. It's kind of like the calm before the storm. They're looking for a title switch. They're for the Steiner brothers, I'm sure, especially after IRS made his little preamble.
It is interesting to see the different crowds here in this, this global warfare. It's almost like watching some look at it in reverence, like you would watch tennis or another sport. And then we know that in the United Kingdom, like in Sheffield at the arena, people are just go bonkers. But it is one thing for sure, there are no empty seats.
Speaking of bonkers, how you doing, Bobby Heenan?
I'm doing just great. Sensational. Why would you even worry about how I'm doing?
I'm not.
Well, don't.
The action continues in the ring as we are looking over the shoulder here of these throngs of folks here in Barcelona. They had a hard time understanding my dialect. I can't figure that out.
Well, I have a hard time understanding it in the United States, too. You talk like a hick, Ross. Let's face it. You just talk like a hick.
Well, I'm doing the best I can, quite frankly.
I know, but take that corn pones out of your mouth, those hush puppies, and speak.
Look at the sea of people right here.
This is the worst cameraman I've ever seen. I've been sitting here for 10 minutes looking at the back heads of the Ramon family and the Lopez family. Who cares about them? I want to see some action in the ring.
Well,
this guy don't do a better job. He's had it.
Well,
Bobby Heenan's right. The cameraman's horrible. We almost saw him near fall, but we didn't see it.
Missed the elbow, did IRS, who finally got the tag. Scott Steiner tags in his brother Rick, and the pace is quickening, I should say.
I'll tell you what, you blink an eye around here and somebody can get beat, the title could change. And what kind of a replay will we have? No, we wouldn't have one.
No, we'll be seeing the Lopez family eat rice and beans. That'll be what we'll be seeing.
You leave the Lopez family out of it, because if they heard you say that, they'd come over here and make you apologize in another language.
I don't apologize.
You should say you're sorry, Eddie.
Scott Steiner rammed shoulder first into the turnbuckles there. Irish whip. No, Scotty's going to reverse it on IRS, and IRS made a big-time U-turn. He held on to the rope. He knew that Steiner line had his name written all over it.
You don't want that to catch you.
And Scotty on the outside. That may be a mistake. And IRS seems to have the advantage. And Scott Steiner got him by the tie there.
No, he don't. That's his tongue.
And drapes him over the top ring rope.
What a tremendous move by Scotty Steiner.
Scott Steiner lateral press. Referee is putting Rick Steiner back out of the ring.
Now that could have been a 3 count if the referee wasn't worried about putting Rick Steiner out of the ring.
Maybe a tactical error by older brother Rick there.
Tactical error by the referee.
Stupidity on the Steiner's part is what it was.
Side headlock. They've kept this match very, very basic. Neither team really wanted to make a mistake because they know they could be capitalized on it. And DiBiase tripped Scott Steiner.
Just momentarily.
And right there, IRS takes advantage of the situation, nails him from behind. DiBiase rams Scotty face first into the ring steps. And this crowd here getting a little hostile.
Hostile, horse style, any kind of style. You're watching this break out into a big brawl type tag team match.
There's a lot at stake here. You know, everybody wants to wear that gold, that WWF Tag Team Championship.
Took the far leg, lateral press, and another near fall. And now IRS and DiBiase really reaching their stride. They're really tagging with a great synchronization.
Where did Ted DiBiase just come from? The ceiling on that move?
Right off the top rope.
Who knows with the cameraman we got working for us?
Lateral press, hooks the far leg. I don't think these guys are full-time cameramen.
I think he used to drive the airport shuttle bus in Nashville.
DiBiase choking, and the referee admonishing one half of the WWF Tag Team Champions. Again, he's choking Scott Steiner, trying to weaken this powerful young athlete by taking his oxygen away from him. Look at Irwin R. Shyster with a cheap shot.
Well, they're a team. They can do that.
He didn't even get the tag.
Doesn't matter. They're a team. They can do that.
They write their own rules, Jim Ross. If you listen to Bobby Heenan, that's okay. But it's not okay.
World according to Heenan.
Well, you used to write your own rules, Savage.
Popular new bestseller.
That bell rang. You did whatever you wanted to.
I'm not an angel. I don't say that I am.
And,
but it wasn't right when I did it, and it's not right when they're doing it.
I think it's okay.
IRS and DiBiase make another tag. They have really gained an advantage here in this WWF Tag Team battle. You can hear the crowd stomping. They're not clapping their hands. They're stomping with their feet. Lateral press and a near fall again. Scott Steiner just about a half away from being pinned here by DiBiase.
Are those people stomping? Is that noise? Or I thought those are flamingo dancers here in Barcelona.
Oh, they're stomping all right when they see something they don't like.
It's not Jose Greco and his two sisters.
Oh. That's back at the Barcelona Hilton, I think.
Ooh, good move.
DiBiase just got introduced to the top turnbuckle. And now let's see if Scott Steiner can make the tag. That's what he needs to do. He's headed in the right direction. He's just not making very good time.
If I was Rick Steiner, I'd get on the other side of that turnbuckle so he can cut the distance.
Exactly. And look at his arms not stretched out there. He doesn't want it.
Why does he come around the ring to the other side of the ring?
Because he's from Michigan. He's stupid. Anybody can go to the University of Michigan and get a diploma.
There's the taggy anyway.
He made the tag, and Rick Steiner fist and fire on DiBiase. Caught him in the Steiner line, and another Steiner line on IRS. A scoop slam, and the elbow. Rick Steiner opening up, and here comes brother Scotty with a drop kick.
It's out of control now. The referee can't control them.
And from behind comes Shyster. Nails Rick Steiner. Caught him from behind. tag team champions opening up. DiBiase trying to pile driver. And Scotty started. He got him with the Steiner line off the second rope. 1, 2, and a near fall.
No.
2 count.
Give DiBiase credit. He kicked out at the moment of truth.
Oh. Power slam by Steiner. Over goes IRS. And there's the tag. Scotty Steiner.
Steiner's got him where they want him now.
He may be setting DiBiase up for the Frankensteiner here. And he got him
He got him with it.
He got him with the Frankensteiner. He's got to go for the cover. We've got new champions. 1, 2, 3. Wait a minute, what did he hit him with? He hit him with something.
He had
the belt.
something.
The belt.
Here are your winners as the result of a disqualification. Rick and Scott, the Steiner brothers.
Sorry, all Cracker Jack, but no prize, gentlemen.
IRS saves the championship for Money Incorporated by deliberately getting disqualified. The Steiner brothers had it going. They had the match won. Scotty executed the Frankensteiner. IRS saw it, and he certainly, that was a deliberate disqualification. The belts cannot change hands on a disqualification.
I would call that rather smart strategy, wouldn't you? Steiners will never beat Money Incorporated. Never.
Could have happened just now. Could have happened.
Ladies and gentlemen, this win was the result of a disqualification.
How
The
discouraging.
belts do not change hands. Still, World Wrestling Federation Tag Team Champions, Money Incorporated.
Don't give them the belts. They don't deserve it.
They're the champions.
Well, that was a blue light special for Money Incorporated.
Like them or not, they're the champions.
Well, I don't like them,
But they're the champions.
but I don't like them.
And the Steiner brothers says, you want the belts? Come
You
get
want
them.
the belts? Come and get it. I heard that too.
And the referee trying to add a little bit of law and order to the situation.
He's just doing his job.
He is indeed not a popular decision, the only decision the referee can make. I think those guys need an audit. Money Inc.
No, not at
That
all.
was some very unscrupulous accounting for those guys. Well, the Steiner brothers seem to be destined for the tag team titles, but it will not happen here in Barcelona, gentlemen.
Shoot up.
I want to see one of those flamingo dances where they click their
The Sheffield Arena in Sheffield, England, jam-packed with over 14,000 fans here. Jim Ross, Macho Man Randy Savage, and Bobby the Brain Heenan with you. And Mr. Perfect, certainly as popular here in the United Kingdom as he is in the good old US of A.
We got Perfect Mania going here.
This should be quite a challenge for Mr. Perfect as he will take on Samu, who is anxiously awaiting Perfect's arrival to the ring. And Perfect must be concerned with the presence of Alpha, who will be at ringside, we understand, for this one.
You better concern yourself with Alpha. You better concern yourself with Samu. Mr. Perfect, you've got your hands full.
This could be a classic matchup right here. My money's on Mr. Perfect just because.
I gotta go with Samu because there's 2 against 1.
Well, that analogy certainly makes a great deal of sense.
Well, I mean, there's 2 minds working.
I don't know about the minds, but 2 bodies working.
Oh, they don't have minds? That's nice. I'll tell Alpha you said that.
Just tell Alpha that he's been involved in a match or 2 without being scheduled.
There you
Just
go.
by being close by the ring.
Illegal interference is the key word here. What a crowd here on hand.
Now, this is going to be something to see tomorrow. You and Alpha told me that him and Samu are going to do later. You know what's right down the road here, don't you? Sherwood Forest. They're going to go to Sherwood Forest tomorrow and hunt. That'll be interesting.
Hunt Friar Tuck.
They don't care. Whatever moves. They usually hang behind a tree. Whatever walks by, they just rip the fur off.
Well, this certainly the technical expertise of that young man will be tested in this one.
Another interesting but useless fact from the Weasel.
Referee Joe Morello signed this contest. Weasel, did you enjoy your accommodations last evening?
Ooh, look at the power.
Excuse me, you talking to me?
Bobby the Brain, did you enjoy your accommodations last evening?
Yes.
Here in Sheffield?
Had a lovely room at the hotel. Very lovely. I'm not saying it was small, but I had to go in the hall to change my mind. The mice were hunchback.
Collar and elbow tie up, and neither man able to really gain an advantage here in the early going.
Testing the waters.
The feeling out process here in the early going. Collar and elbow tie up, and Perfect executes the side headlock.
And Samu can wrestle you. He'll get down in the sand with you.
Yes, he can.
Good shoulder block by Mr. Perfect. And both these men have great agility. There you see Samu showing a lot of athleticism there, as does Perfect. And Perfect avoids a crossbody press and the clothesline, and catches him in the crossbody this time, and got a 1 count out of it, and that's all. Arm drag takeover, quick moves, a drop kick, down goes Samu, and Perfect again with that arm drag.
Look at that.
Good move, Samu.
Get down, Mr. Perfect. Get it on, baby.
Well, Perfect has taken it to Samu on this one. See, I never said Perfect was a bad athlete. He's a great athlete. But without me, he's just, the mind's not there.
He's got a chance to go all the way to the top.
One thing's for sure, he tells me, since he got rid of you, he's in a lot better financial shape.
Couldn't be. We had a couple things that went wrong, but that was the stock market. It wasn't my fault.
He said the audit that he had, he's going to have done. You've heard about the audit. You're involved in that, aren't you?
Hey, did you notice Samu down here on the floor?
Changing the
You
subject.
see the way he headbutted Afa there? Yes, that was a wonderful audit. Afa.
Concerned about it, aren't you?
Who, Afa? No. Yes, you should be.
The bizarre leader of the head shrinkers here on the outside. Certainly that young second-generation athlete. Certainly aware that Afa could get involved at any time. We've got a good official in the ring. I'm sure he'll keep his eye on Afa as this one progresses.
It's so hard to do because you never know if Afa's playing possum. You don't know if he can understand English as well as you think he can. He can speak English, but sometimes he lets you know that he can't say certain words. But you don't know if he's just getting by.
I know he eats possum from time to time, but I didn't know if he played possum very often.
And he does that at 30 miles an hour. They never even stop the car sometimes.
Going for a test of strength? I don't think so, Mr. Perfect. Stick to the scientific wrestling that you master.
Right headlock by Perfect. And doesn't have the advantage for long. Another shoulder block. Great impact there. Tremendous contact by both these men. Perfect again. Oh, my!
Whoa.
He was caught that time. He was...
Wrong place at the wrong time.
Come on, Samu, forget the humanoid limeys. Get him.
And Samu catches Perfect in the face.
Good words of advice, Bobby Heenan. You get Mr. Perfect down, you better stay on him.
You bet. You don't get paid by the hour out here. You get paid by the match. You better win it.
Right hands and a rake of the chest there by Samu as he is building a little advantage here.
Ooh, did you hear that?
Knife edge chop. Perfect in considerable amount of trouble there. A headbutt, and that's one of Samu's better weapons.
Look at Afa. It's like a maitre d' to luau. He doesn't care.
And Perfect thrown right out by Afa. That's almost
not by coincidence.
Yeah,
either.
you're right, Macho Man. That is not coincidence whatsoever. Right there, Afa just buried his foot, and that big foot is calloused and wide, and he might as well have a leather shoe on.
He's barefoot, but it looks like he's wearing snowshoes.
And these guys have gone barefoot virtually their entire life.
They're gonna get shoes to fit him.
A move like that could be a turning point of a match, guaranteed.
Perfect hammered, and now from behind, Samu catches him again. The big sledgehammer right in the back of the head, and Perfect again finds himself in trouble here on the outside.
Didn't I teach you any better, Mr. Perfect? You never turn your back on a sucker. But you're not listening. That's why you're being introduced to the steps like you are.
Perfect lies helplessly on the steps as Samu certainly has a wide advantage at this point in time in the contest. Referee Joe Morrell exercises his 10
Mr.
count.
Perfect's hurting on that outside of the ring. I'll guarantee you that. He needs
Alpha
some
got him.
time.
Alpha got him good.
Did.
Samu snaps Perfect's neck off the top ring rope. And Perfect once again finds himself on the receiving end of that big knife edge chop, and down he goes.
Big chop.
But he's not going to pin him.
You're right, when a guy's on his back, you gotta cover him.
Especially with the caliber of a Mr. Perfect. You don't get him on his back that often. Take advantage of it.
Samu strikes his knee on the top turnbuckle, and Perfect then just takes advantage of that slight miscue.
A sense of where you are. Mr. Perfect was right on it.
Perfect now focusing on the leg, spinning leg lock.
Or a spinning toe hold.
And right there,
That was a thumb to the eye.
That was a spinning thumb to the eye.
Spinning thumb to the eye.
You noticed it too.
Expertly analyzed by Bobby the Brain Heenan, and that was indeed a right hand that caught Perfect right in the face.
Here we
And again,
go
look, the
again.
referee's back is turned, and Alpha takes full advantage of the referee's positioning to headbutt Perfect back down to the floor.
Deja vu, I think I've been there before.
He can't call it unless he sees it, the ref. Alpha's getting away with it.
Doesn't make it right.
That's the way life is. Life's a cheap shot. Get it first and usually win.
Come on, Mr. Perfect.
Perfect in great condition, and that condition is certainly being tested here. And Samu's biting him. That's disgusting. Just bit a hunk out of him right in the face. Must have missed breakfast this morning.
No, that is their breakfast.
Good right hand by Mr. Perfect, but I don't think he's got the steam behind it like he did before. I think Alpha took it out of him.
I know Perfect. If Perfect wants to come back in this match, he's got to get mad.
They have it right here. Lateral press.
He
And a
almost
2.5.
got pinned just then.
He sure did. About a half a count away.
Perfect's got to get mad.
Well, he's got to get his breath, and right now, Samu's doing all he can to continue to choke Perfect and not let him take any deep breaths.
Exactly, Jim Ross. Before you get mad, you got to be able to breathe.
Don't forget, Perfect's no goody two-shoes. He can fight with the best of them.
There he goes.
Ooh.
Left edge.
Now he's getting mad.
He's fighting out of that corner. And again, the thumb's right to the eye. That's the second or third time that Perfect has been blinded by Samu, who chops him in the back of the head. And this one has been an intense confrontation. Perfect was doing the best when he had the match at his pace. And once it slowed down, it's been all Samu.
Another treat for Alpha.
Perfect again thrown outside. We're at the Sheffield Arena in Sheffield, England.
I tell you, I can't stand to watch this again if Alpha comes around. I was expecting to see a classic matchup between Samu and Mr. Perfect. I don't know if I'm going to be able to. Look at Alpha peering around that corner.
He'll take advantage if he can, no doubt about that. And Perfect shoulder first into the steel ring post. Man, he's taking a pounding here on the outside in this one.
I'll tell you, if Samu doesn't cover him pretty soon, or try to, you're going to make him mad.
You're looking for Alpha to be involved in this match more than Samu.
No, I didn't say it that
way. And so far, you're right.
Perfect trying to get the feeling back into his arm. Fights his way back in the ring. And again, Samu and Alpha conversing here with those jolting headbutts by Samu. Perfect is almost spaghetti leg, double leg pickup. Oh my! That looked to me extremely low, and Alpha had the referee's attention. So there would be no disqualification, but I gotta believe a judgment call would rule that a disqualification due to the low blow. I don't know if he's gonna be able to regenerate any energy after that one. Another hard slam. And another headbutt.
I think Perfect's right for the pickings right now. We're going to find out. There's a
One
2.
for it? No.
You know, that could arguably been a 3 count.
You bet it could have. He was close. Now, Samu, don't talk to the ref. Don't choke Mr. Perfect. Stay on him now. Get him up, knock him down. Up and down, up and down. That's how you're going to have to beat him.
Samu needs to go for another pinning predicament here. And perhaps Alpha wants Samu to just punish him more, but he's not going to beat him by raking his back.
You're going to make him mad. You got to beat this man.
Ooh. Another chop, and Perfect retaliates with a chop of his own, much to the delight of these fans here in the United Kingdom. This arena sold out for days, in advance of this event. You can see the crowd in the background. It's jammed. Every seat is sold. And they're exchanging rights. And both men weakening a little bit here.
Uh-oh. Good, solid right hand.
It's turning now.
Perfect. Really connected in a couple of those right hands. Takes Samu down to his knees. Kicks to the head. Samu in trouble.
But you're not going to hurt him by kicking him in the head.
Did he get him low again?
No, I think it was something he ate. You know, some of that mutton pie they have here doesn't work all the time. And if you don't take the right roids, it just, you know.
Take the right
You think anybody's going to believe that? Do you really believe that, Bobby? You saw what happened as well as Macho Man Randy Savage and I.
Mr. Perfect's against and battling all odds.
Okay, I lied.
Well, at least you admitted that.
Told the
what?
truth. First time in your life you told the truth about lying.
I'm sorry. I won't do it again.
Perfect's head smashes into the top turnbuckle.
I just heard Perfect give up. You hear him? I've had it, ref, ring the bell.
Can't even talk. How can he say he gives up?
I can hear him from here.
I don't think he's ever going to give up. I think you're making that up.
1.5 seconds, Bobby Heenan didn't lie. A new world record.
A new record. We'll call Guinness. Samu scooped him up. No! Perfect inside cradle! And he had a near
He
fall.
didn't get him.
Hey,
Wow.
listen, arguably that's a 3 count.
Man, that was
That's
close.
right.
Another thumb to the eye.
Could have been a 4 count.
Samu has broken virtually every rule in the book in this one. And Perfect, I've not seen Perfect sustain this much punishment in a long, long time. And again, he's thrown outside on the floor.
Away from Alpha. So he doesn't always throw him deliberately to Alpha.
Just most of the time. Perfect,
Accidents can happen.
Perfect in danger of being counted out, and he's having problems getting back in the ring even. And
Hey, here we go.
he got him over there in the corner. And Perfect slams the leg of Samu against the ring post. And that might slow the head shrinker down.
Didn't look like it slowed him down at all.
Sure
Not at
did.
all.
Another scoop slam and another
Now that's
headbutt.
scary.
Boy, he banged a man's leg in that steel ring post, and now he climbs to the top rope.
He's going to try to put him away right here. He hits it, it's over, but he doesn't hit it. Perfect able to move out of the way.
Alpha's not aware of it.
Alpha thought he had it. Here comes the Perfect Plex. He's got it hooked.
He got it.
He's got it.
Too late. Match is already history. Listen to the pulse from these people. Internationally, Mr. Perfect, congratulations.
What a victory for Perfect here in Sheffield, England. Alpha thought Samu had it. What a recuperative effort by Perfect. He executed a perfect plex, and that was all. And these 14,000 fans certainly happy with what they have seen here.
Oh, hey guys, Sam Hutchins over here, man. Just listening to a little Crank It Up. That's right, yours truly singing, man, written by Jimmy Hart and Jim McGuire, my songwriting partner, man. You know what? A lot of times, man, I like to get out here on the back, man, and just kind of relax and take it easy and look at the fish. And woo, got to watch out for those alligators, though, man. They're all around. But wasn't that a good tape by Mr. Perfect, man, right there on Global Warfare, man? God, this guy gets better every time I see him, man. But, you know, I write a lot of my songs up here. We wrote Crank It Up out here. And by the way, there's a match you're fixing to see right now on Global Warfare on Coliseum Video, and it's Bret the Hitman Hart when he takes on the Beast from the East, Bam Bam Bigelow. And guess what? You guessed it. One of the songs you're fixing to hear when Bret goes to the ring is Road to Destruction, written by yours truly. I hope you dig it, man.
And the bell sounds, and we are in Barcelona, Spain. You can see it sold out to the rafters. Big Bam Bam Bigelow. They call him the Beast from the East. The big man who hails from the state of New Jersey. From Asbury Park, to be exact.
I guarantee you, no one here in Barcelona will see a man with his head completely covered with tattoos. That's one tough customer. That's the Beast in the East right there.
We are very happy to be with you here on Coliseum Video. Global Warfare. Jim Ross, Macho Man Randy Savage, and Bobby the Brain Heenan with you. And I'm really looking forward to this particular one-on-one contest, Macho Man, because it pits two very contrasting styles, but it pits two superstars against each other.
Absolutely, and Bam Bam's on fire.
And here's the music that will bring the incomparable Bret the Hitman Hart to the ring.
From
Calgary, Alberta, Canada is where he calls home.
Here is Bret Hitman.
Bret the Hitman Hart, former WWF champion. He's been the Intercontinental Champion, the World Tag Champion. He is certainly accustomed to wearing the gold, and without a doubt, somewhere down the line, he will be wearing gold once again. And I saw a sign there in the background that respect, and that's what Bret Hart commands.
R-E-S-P-C-T, Brain. Respect for the Hitman, Bret Hart.
Thank you, Aretha Franklin.
Posters here. It's amazing that the fans here in Barcelona are so attuned to what's going on in the World Wrestling Federation.
Well, there's so much action. I mean, why would you not be interested in what's going on?
Just say
Bret Hart
interested.
give the glasses away to an admirer right there, Brain. Have you ever given anything away to make people smile? No, you haven't.
No.
Well, that's the first time you've told the truth.
Well, all he does is give away those sunglasses just to buy a fan. That's the only reason he's doing it.
Bam Bam's reaching for somebody that's not there, just then.
The excellence of execution, the man that the expert, the sharpshooter, got to be aware of Bigelow's size, and also Bigelow loves to use the headbutt, and he can use it from a variety of positions, and all of them hurt.
But Bigelow doesn't have real long legs. It's going to be hard to put the sharpshooter on him. Plus, those are big legs.
Tree trunks. Side headlock by the Hitman, Bret Hart.
But he'll take it right to you. He don't care if you're Mr. Perfect. He don't care if you're Bam Bam Bigelow, what size you are. He'll go right after you.
Waist lock by Bigelow.
Couldn't shake him, so he threw him off, and there's the big tackle by Bam Bam. Hitman's gonna think about this one.
Bret Hart just looks like he just ran into a wall, and he's feeling it here on the outside. Bigelow not too popular here in Barcelona. I'm sure he doesn't care, but he's not going to win any popularity contest.
I'd love to be popular in Barcelona. That sounds like a fun job.
That'll never happen.
Were you here for the Olympics last year, Brain?
No, I wouldn't pay to see amateurs
I heard
play
you
a
were going to be
game.
on the team. I thought somebody said you were going to be something, maybe a javelin catcher or something along those lines.
No, I don't hang around with amateurs, people that work that hard for nothing.
Loving forearms from those big, big arms of Bam Bam Bigelow. Irish whip right at us. Hart able to avoid the clothesline. Good drop kick by Bret Hart. Could take Bigelow off his feet, but Bigelow couldn't find the mark with the elbow. And Bigelow's elbow is heavily wrapped here. Don't know the extent of that injury, but Bret Hart is focusing on it now with that armbar.
Bobby the Brain, there's something here that's the unwritten law, something that you'll never understand. It's called personal pride.
Oh, I have a lot of personal pride in myself. You don't believe me? Ask me.
That would be a redundant question.
See? Then why bother?
Bigelow back up to a vertical base. Shoves Hart into the corner. And good takedown there. Wrist lock takedown by Bret the Hitman Hart. And again, he drives the knee right into the elbow of Bam Bam Bigelow. And again, I'm not so sure what has happened earlier this week with Bigelow's elbow, but apparently it's been injured relatively in a significant fashion, Randy.
You're exactly right on that one right now, so we will find out. But you know what? You know what's happened before in the past? Sometimes a person will tape up the elbow that's not hurt so that the person goes after that arm. In actuality, the other arm's hurt.
I was just going to say that. I remember when I broke in, there were a lot of old timers. They'd wrap their knees, they'd wrap their other arm. Nothing hurt, but you'd go for that. Well, you made a mistake then. They had you feeding for something. You went for it. They had you where they wanted you. Look at this.
Hart able to get Bigelow off balance. Bigelow showed great strength.
Are you calling me an old timer?
No, I'm just saying, when I started, I'm talking about guys that were on their way out. They would do that.
Camouflage.
Yeah, it was a great move. It
I
was.
help him, Jim Ross.
I had to get him out of that one.
Hey, Bam Bam Bigelow just went to the floor.
Bigelow all the way outside here, and Bret the Hitman Hart.
He may have to tape up his head now.
Might. Hart with a big shoulder block, and Bigelow rearranging those ruggedly good-looking features of his brain. He's missing a couple of teeth there.
don't think he cares about being pretty.
I don't think so either. And he shouldn't, because he isn't.
And he's not, because he is.
And he never will be, as a matter of fact.
And he won't.
Bigelow on the apron.
But he could be.
No, not too likely.
Not tonight.
Bigelow, He placed the spine of Bret Hart violently right into the steel ring post, and this match has turned around just like that.
The beast from the East has made his mark right here in Barcelona. Everybody knows where he's coming from now.
Hart writhing in pain here on the outside. Bigelow just shook the ring, and the spine of Bret Hart smacked the steel. He's covered his face with his hands.
Are his
He's
legs
in
moving?
anguish.
Are his legs moving? He took that right in the spine.
You could
Yeah,
have
he's
some-
moving his legs right there, but the pink and black is not in a good spot right now.
Bigelow, perhaps
Taking too much time.
taking too much time, is it? Hart trying to pick himself up.
He's hurt.
Where's the 10 count here on this? The referee should have counted him out by now.
Unos, dos. I never mind.
That's as far as you can go, right?
I don't think Hebner speaks French or Spanish. Excuse me. Bigelow on the outside again. No, he does this again. He can cripple this guy. You could hear the impact again. Bigelow, 400 pounds, manhandling the Hitman.
One was too many times. Now two, I think it's over.
It is over. You're not going to get up from that.
And
Is he going to be sore tomorrow?
Glad to see him moving his legs.
That is scary when you take a blow like that to the back and your legs don't move. That's never happened to me. Have you ever lost feeling in your legs, Savage?
Not my legs, but other parts of my body sometimes.
Bam Bam Bigelow having a few unchoice words with the great fans here in Barcelona. And the Hitman amazingly able to get back up, but he's, as they say, from the frying pan back into the fire.
Well, I would give him a couple of good turnbuckles right now, soften that back up. Then I'd pick him up and give him a running power slam and hook him. You'd have him.
Front face lock. And again, he just positions him with that front face lock. Comes down with a sledgehammer. Look at Bret Hart fight back. The Hitman fighting back with everything he's got. And there's that whip to the turnbuckle that the Brain described earlier.
See, now, if he'd have done this twice and caught him with a good quick power slam, I think he'd have had him.
Give the Hitman credit for coming back right there. He showed some life right before the inevitable. I don't know if the Hitman can come back from this. And the Beast from the East could take Bret Hart even if he was healthy. But Hitman is fighting from all odds.
You're right. He does have a lot of intestinal fortitude, this Hitman. But, you know, he's not going to be able to move Bam Bam around now. His back is hurting too bad. He'll never pick the man up. And he won't be able to try any high-risk moves. He'll be lucky this thing was alive.
Exactly.
Bigelow focusing on the lower back. And a whip to the far side once again. And now he's got Bret Hart up in that bear hug. Bam Bam Bigelow keeping it brutal, keeping it very elementary.
Well, just think if you could dive now forward with all his weight coming down on Bret. A spine buster, he'd have him.
I think the Hitman knows that, so he's ripping his nose backwards right there. Uh-oh, what is this?
Whoa!
What a suplex by Bigelow. This should be all. This will be it here. 1, 2. And no, it's not.
How does he do it?
I don't know, man. How does he do it?
Bret Hart able to get his shoulder up just before the 3 count. I mean, just an instant before the 3 count. Bigelow's got to be a little frustrated here.
Don't let it get to you, Bam Bam. Forget these people. Stay on him. Drop the head to the back.
Headbutt right into the lower back, and Bret Hart's in pain.
The Beast from the East is smarter than he looks, but then again, he'd have to be. But he's looking, he's staying on the body part that's hurt. The lower back of the Hitman.
Ramming his head again into the lower back.
You know, a nice Boston Crab would look nice right now from Bam Bam's part. I don't think Bret would have the strength to get out of it.
Oh, he's got the strength to stand up.
He is hurt.
Bigelow may be wasting some time here.
Too much time. Sometimes people get overconfident. They can feel by touching your body if you got any strength left, if you got anything left in you.
I think you could take 3 hours off and the Hitman still be hurt.
Boy.
The backbreaker is applied. It's a submission maneuver. To the best of my knowledge,
Give
Bret
it up.
the Hitman Hart has never submitted.
There's no title at stake. Give it up. Don't risk permanent injury.
That's the thought. But that's not what the Hitman's made of.
Hart trying to get his balance. He does. And he counters Bigelow.
How did he pick him up? How did he move that man off his feet with a back and that kind of...
That was a miracle right there, but the Hitman is still worse off than the Beast from the East.
How did he ever get him up?
Tremendous leverage maneuver by the excellence of execution. It was a counter that he had to have.
Even if this is a losing effort by the Hitman, I still tip my hat to him.
He bought himself some time, but Bigelow recuperates, and he's right back focusing on that lower back. He's got both arms hooked right here, and he takes him down into a backbreaker.
This is it. The fat lady's gonna sing.
And Bam Bigelow. Perhaps going to put him away right there, but he wants to make sure. Bigelow up on top. Remember,
this is amazing.
He's 400 pounds, almost lost his balance there, and nobody there. He drove his own head into the canvas, and the Hitman back up.
How quick he got back to his feet.
Bret the Hitman Hart now.
Could he have been playing possum this whole time?
Not a chance.
Not a chance. I don't think so.
I don't think so either.
He's going on.
What you bring it up for?
Guts and adrenaline here.
Well,
Side Russian leg sweep.
It's my job to bring up these things. I'm a
Lateral
broadcast
press,
journalist.
and did he get it? No.
He got
Is that
it.
what
No.
you are?
He didn't get it.
I'll tell you what Hitman is, a former World Wrestling Federation champion, and he's got guts.
He's limping, though. Is he going to be hurting tomorrow?
Oh, no doubt about it. Caught him the clothesline. He used the second rope for momentum. Will he get him here? No, he doesn't.
Almost.
Another
Hitman.
near fall, and Hart said, what have I got to do to pin the Beast from the East?
And that's what the Beast from the East is thinking about the Hitman.
You have to get yourself a couple elephant guns.
Again, Hart. Poised on the top. There's a Bulldog headlock. He hit him with a Bulldog headlock.
Too much time. Too much time. You'll never get it on him.
I think we're talking sharpshooter.
I think you're right. It's a submission maneuver. Those tree trunk-like
See, look at
legs.
that.
He couldn't execute it that time. Hart again. Some of this momentum, and he's caught back in the bear hug. He's caught back in the bear hug.
He's biting. He's biting right in the top of his tattoo.
So what?
Oh,
man.
Wow. This is all gotta be it. And he got his shoulder up.
I quit. I can't believe it.
A right shoulder came up. Man, what a battle here.
This might be one of the most sensational matches I've ever seen.
Irish whip. And Hart kicks Bigelow in the face coming in.
Meet Mr. Foot.
Bret the Hitman Hart up on Bigelow's shoulders. Takes him down, victory roll, hooks the ankle, and he got him.
The Hitman came back, battle against all odds, and beat Man Bigelow.
Wow. I didn't give him a chance.
A tremendous effort by two superstars here in the WWF, and the fans here in Barcelona, Spain have just seen a phenomenal matchup.
But you know, when you think about it, I knew he was going to win. I picked him from
Well,
the
I
beginning.
didn't know the Hitman was going to win, but congratulations to the Hitman.
Capacity crowd on hand here in Paris. Jim Ross, Macho Man Randy Savage, and Bobby the Brain Heenan here with you. And Doink the Clown makes his way to the ring, and on any continent, this is not an extremely popular athlete.
Check out these eyes as he prances down the aisle, Bobby Heenan.
Oh, I saw him yesterday standing in front of the big oil well. What do you call that here?
Eiffel Tower.
Eiffel Tower, yeah. He was making people laugh. He was making them cry. He was having a ball. He loves it over here.
His attitude's going to change in a little while when he sees Crush. Big man from Kona, Hawaii, come down that aisle. They got history.
They certainly do. Crush and Doink the Clown have certainly developed an intense rivalry in the World Wrestling Federation.
Well, I'll tell you, Crush's big problem is he can't let his mind overrun his heart. He's got to go in that ring, and if he really wants to take Doink apart, he's got to do it. He can't let his emotions, he can't let the people get involved. He's got to go out there and do what he has planned to do. Otherwise, he's just a big 6'8", 300-pound ham and egger.
Hey, what about this, Bobby?
Where's he going?
I don't know where he's going. I'm not in charge of traffic.
We've seen this before, and this guy certainly is unpredictable.
Well, you don't know. Maybe he lost one of his squirting flowers. Maybe his laughing rose fell apart. I don't know what he's got under the ring.
There may be a couple of them underneath there. What?
Right here on the other side. Come on, Crush, turn around. There you go. Big start here, right here in Paris.
Right hand by Crush as he was not distracted by the subterfuge of the evil clown Doink. And Crush just towers over his opponent. But don't underestimate the physical abilities of Doink the Clown. But right now he's being manhandled.
Well, Crush got the early jump, which is always to his advantage. Look at the strength of this man.
Incredible. Yeah. Do it. I just want to say something to all the people in Paris that have put out the red carpet for Jim Ross, Bobby Heenan, and myself. I'd like to say merci beaucoup. You didn't know I knew French, did you?
No, sir, and ditto from me. How about you, Brainerd? People have been very nice to us.
Auf Wiedersehen.
Well, what does that mean?
Wrong country.
It's close though. See, I'm bilingual. I can speak anything.
Can you tell me why Doink is running around the ring getting away from Crush?
Because he's going to kick him in the head in a minute. See? You just set him up for that one.
I'm going to be right on that one, but Crush doesn't. Look at him, look at Doink, because he doesn't feel the power. But Doink will.
Right hand by Crush, and a snap mare takes Doink the Clown over, and Crush has seemingly just painless in this matchup. He is really intense in this confrontation. Waistlock, and into the atomic drop, and he compresses the spine of Doink the Clown. Doink in trouble, and there's a clothesline, and down goes Doink.
Doink's got to stay away from those hands. He can't let Crush squeeze his head.
I'm going to tell you something. We have an overmatched match right here on Global Warfare. The only thing that's bothering me is when Doink went under the ring, how many Doinks are there? Was that the same one that came down the aisle?
Well, why don't you get up and go under the ring and see?
Backbreaker by
far
Crush.
away.
Indeed it is. We're a long way away from ringside here.
I'll be glad to go check.
Why don't you do that?
Why don't you do that,
Come
Bobby
back in a
Heenan?
couple of hours. Bring us a croissant, will you?
Hey, I'm not a gopher. I don't run errands for you two.
You're not as good as a gopher.
Knee right to the head. This match has been all Crush.
I will take tips, though.
I'll give you a tip right now. Don't bet on Doink. Because Crush has got him in a hold. What is that, a figure four over across the neck, Jim Ross? Give me the hold.
I think that's it. That's a figure four head scissors, and with the strength that Crush possesses in his lower body. Hey, this guy's one of the strongest ever in the World Wrestling Federation.
That hold, it's not in my repertoire, by the way.
You know, he dives off cliffs, hundreds of feet in the air, dives into who knows how deep the water. You got to be nuts to do that. But you notice Doink is a wrestler. Now, you admit that. He takes if you want to stand up and fight, fine. If you want to get on the mat, he'll do it with you. But he hasn't had any offense at all since he got in the ring.
We haven't had a chance to see Doink as a wrestler because his strength has been overmatched. But I agree with you, he is a great wrestler against another guy, not Crush.
It has been a pure power match, and Crush has a decided edge in power. And Doink, perhaps his best offensive path will be to get this big guy off his feet and do some mat wrestling. Thus far, he has been unable to do that as the big man from Kona, Hawaii, with the bear hug into the belly-to-belly suplex.
Crush has done everything but pin Doink.
Well, that's the name of the game, to pin your opponent, and that's exactly what he's doing. But I think what he's trying to do here is just a lot of high-impact maneuvers. He wants to punish his rival.
Exactly, he wants to inflict punishment, Weasel.
Well, you got to understand something. I'm not a weasel to begin with. You may be talking to Jim Ross. You could be talking to me.
Why are you answering the question?
Because it's my turn to speak as a.
Oh, he made a mistake.
Oh, man, big mistake. Big mistake.
He came off the top of the high-risk maneuver and drove his left knee into the canvas. And now let's see if Doink the Clown can take advantage of this situation and continue to break this big man down. Taking him out here to the apron. And he looks like he's going to use the steel ring post as a weapon here.
Doink's smarter than he looks, but then again, he'd have to be, Bobby Heenan.
I don't know what he looks like without that makeup. I don't know who he is. I know he's somebody that knows a lot about wrestling, and he's somebody that has a tremendous knowledge of holds and how to get out of holds.
But obviously he saw Shaka Bra, man from Kona, Hawaii, hurt his left knee, and then he stayed on it, though.
Well, that's an aggressive kind of athlete. That's what I consider a winner is. It takes advantage of somebody else's misfortune.
One thing's for sure is that Crush cannot use his decided strength advantage if he can't stand up. He's not going to be as dangerous if he's on the canvas. And right now, as this tremendous crowd here in Paris looks on, Crush is having a great deal of time even staying vertical. Force back in the ropes. Referee Joe Morrell is calling for the break, but he's being ignored by Doink the Clown, who's in danger of being disqualified here.
But you notice Doink isn't backpedaling. He's taking it right to the big man.
I don't think he cares about being disqualified. I think he knows he's in trouble from the early part of the match. He couldn't do anything with Crush.
I agree with you on that one, Savage. He didn't know what to do at the beginning. He tried to wrestle him, but he couldn't match strength with him. Now he's just trying to hurt him. He don't care how it goes. He just doesn't want to get hurt.
Exactly.
Big roundhouse right hand and more rights by Crush. Side headlock. But watch this counter move coming up right here. Good wrestling move by Doink the Clown, continuing to focus on the left leg of Crush.
So he can style and profile right now, walk around the ring, and then with these people in Paris that have seen Doink for the first time, he's bragging about what he's done to Crush.
Well, that's the way he operates. He likes to rub it in, and he don't care if you like it or not as a paying customer. He could care less.
High-risk move coming up. Let's see if it pays off for Doink. No, it doesn't. As Crush got his right leg up, the healthy leg, and he stuck it right in the face of Doink the Clown, and now maybe the tables will turn and the momentum will turn once again.
I believe Doink's a little taller now.
He looks a little taller. He looks taller than Crush.
Crush catches him coming in with a kick to the midsection, and another.
Still favoring his left knee, though.
Well, don't forget, that left knee's carrying a lot of weight. That man's well over 300 pounds.
Exactly, you're right about that. Now Doink is backpedaling, and here comes the man from Kona, Hawaii.
Irish whip, and it takes him around the islands and then finishes it up with a backbreaker. Another high-impact maneuver, but Crush has yet to go for a pinning predicament. I question the wisdom in that as his eyes are raked by Doink the Clown.
I agree with you, Jim Ross. He had him down before. He should have covered him and gotten the match over with, and if he wanted to inflict punishment on him, do it after the match.
Kick right to the face.
Whoa!
Momentum takes Doink over the top.
Now, a lot of people may not understand that when you're knocked backwards, you're going to grab something. Those ropes are tight, but they will bend. You grab a hold of that top rope sometime, and with your own weight pushes the rope down, you can go right to that floor, and you can crack your head open, you can break your back. It's dangerous.
Could you repeat all that, Bobby Heenan?
Yes, take a left at the Slauson cutoff.
Look at Crush on Doink on like melting butter, yeah.
Going back up on the apron.
Doink's got a very unusual style.
Sometimes you can pick it out. Sometimes you think you know who he is. A minute later, here it goes.
He's got it.
But it's illegal. The man's outside the ring.
He is outside the ring, and Crush in danger of being disqualified here. He had his finishing maneuver on Doink, but Doink was outside the ring. It looks like Doink maybe, where's he going?
See, this is very dangerous for Crush. A count of 5. You know, he's Hawaiian. A lot of them don't even count past 3. So when the referee gets to 4, he's lost.
Doink's taking a hike.
Where's he going? Is he quitting? Is he calling it? What's the deal here?
He's taking a walk.
Crush is the winner of the match, but that's not what he wanted. He wanted to embarrass Doink.
I'll tell you why he took a walk. He did that in pro.
Le vainqueur est Crush parce que Doink est
What do you say, Bobby Heenan?
du ring. Le vainqueur Crush.
What he said was, he got disqualified because he wouldn't let Doink back into the ring.
I don't think so. I think we got a victory for Crush on a count out.
No, I don't.
Go get him, Crush.
Well, it could be a double disqualification. I don't know.
That Doink the Clown, he's always clowning around right here on Global Warfare, man. In the studio, great, man. You know, that's been great for Jimmy Hart, man, because I've traveled all over the world. I've been in some of the best studios in the world, man, like in Europe, and we've been to the one in Japan and Australia. But, You know, when we first started out in the Gentries, we had a little small 8-track studio when we could Keep on Dancing. But look at this. This is all digital, 24-track machine. Look, over here, this is all computerized. This is my voice. This is the lows. These are the highs. We can even punch a button over here, man, and all of a sudden I'm singing harmony with myself. It's enabled me to work with some of the greatest musicians in the world, like the Beach Boys, Sonny and Cher, Dave Clark 5, Hermits. And also now that's kind of lapped over to the World Wrestling Federation. So now I work with some of the greatest superstars, like, I know the name I'm going to fix to mention to you, I know you won't like too much, Shawn Michaels. You know, he sings his own song, I'm just a sexy boy, I'm not your boy toy. He does the lead vocal on that. We wrote the song, but I know a lot of people say if his lips are moving, he's lying. And of course, there was Sensational Sherry, and she did a tremendous job on her song. And of course, there's Crush's song. But all these guys are great, man, and I've learned a lot from everybody. But hey, right now, I'm getting carried away once again. Let's get back to Global Warfare, and here goes Scott Steiner against, oh my gosh, can you believe this? One of the guys I used to manage, the IRS. Let's crank up the volume, baby.
And the bell sounds, ladies and gentlemen. We're ready for what should be an interesting one-on-one matchup. Two men considered certainly tag team specialists. We are in Milan, Italy. Jim Ross, the Macho Man, Randy Savage, and Bobby the Brain Heenan.
Milan, Italy.
When the moon hits your eye like a big pizza pie, you'll probably get blinded.
Yeah, don't start that Amore thing on me.
That's Amore.
I saw that Amore you were trying to put out last night.
Hey.
Had that little book you were trying to
Hey.
translation and all that stuff.
Why, they don't
You embarrassed everybody in the restaurant last night.
Well, they have trouble speaking here.
Yeah.
I mean, ragou's ragout in any language. You can't even get some good stuff on
Very
here.
nice lady, and she was married. And her husband was the chef.
Oh, he was the chef. Well, they're not married now.
Did you eat the food?
No, I didn't, because I didn't trust the way he brought it to me.
He didn't even pick up the tab.
That's nothing new. He hasn't picked up the tab anywhere in the... Since we've been gone from the States, he hasn't picked up the tab.
I got the tips, though.
You picked up the tips.
4
You didn't
tables.
leave any tips.
All
tables.
the tables in the restaurant. Yeah, he's the last one to leave.
And his opponent
And
from Detroit, Michigan.
Scotty Steiner will be making his way to the ring momentarily.
I love this music.
Now, did the state of Michigan give them those jackets and label them morons, or did they just pick it up on their own?
Those are University of Michigan letter jackets. They were letterman.
Wow! You mean you could wear a leather jacket around campus?
Did you letter at Beverly Hills High?
Didn't go out for anything.
I didn't think so.
Why should I when I could own the team? Did Steinbrenner go out for the Yankees? No, he bought them.
When you were in high school, didn't you participate in any sports?
Well, what I did was I had a convertible and I used to hang with the cheerleaders. That's what I cared to do.
Oh, you just got cut from the cheerleading squad.
I never was a pom-pom boy or cheerleader.
Pom-pom boy?
Yeah, you know, give me a rock, give me an ace,
He
give me a
wasn't
bing,
good
bing,
enough.
bing.
He tried out, but he couldn't make it.
Well, Scott Steiner was a tremendous wrestler at the University of Michigan.
Look at the shape that he's in.
Great shape, no doubt about it.
This will be a great one.
IRS. Scott Steiner, as we said, both these men spending most of their mat time in tag team situations. It's going to be interesting to see how they adapt here in this one-on-one encounter.
You know, with IRS walking to the ring and carrying the tag team title, one half of it, I don't want the people to get the idea there's any title here at stake. What is bad here is, in the event that Scott Steiner gets a victory over IRS, him and his brother could probably go into Jack Tunney's office and demand a championship match. It's up to IRS not to let Steiner win this match.
Hammerlock and IRS able to get in the ropes. I've had a hard time catching Mr. Tunney on the phone. You told me you had a hard time catching him awake.
You have a hard time catching him at all.
Well, I've caught you a couple times, Bobby Heenan, making a goof out of yourself, so to speak.
Me?
Right now is one of those times.
Why? Because I didn't catch Tunney on the phone? It's hard to catch him on the phone. You know, his party lines, there's 7, 8 different families on that phone.
He doesn't want to talk to you anyway.
Overhand wrist lock. And IRS a little taller of the two. Had a leverage advantage momentarily, but again, it's quickly countered. And IRS takes the path of least resistance.
What kind of a psychological victory would it be if Scott Steiner beat IRS in a single match And with the World Wrestling Tag Team Championships on the line in the future with the tag team with the brother situation. To you, Bobby
That's
Heenan.
all yours, Brain.
It would have to give a tremendous amount of confidence into Rick Steiner and Scott Steiner.
I forgot my own question.
I forgot my answer, so we're even.
Well, the Steiner and IRS haven't forgot what they're here for, and that's to try to get a victory. IRS tried a cheap shot there, and Scotty caught him. He's trying to pull IRS away from the ropes, and a good move there by IRS.
No, that was a very good move.
That was a very bad move by Scott Steiner.
IRS, the flat of the foot, stomping away now at the younger Steiner brother. The master of the freaking Steiner just caught a right hand, and he just got a ride right out of town here to the outside. Johnny rolling back in the ring. I couldn't find a chicken fried steak in the whole city of Milan last night.
A what?
Chicken fried steak, I need one.
What's a chicken fried steak?
Well, I'll show you when we get back home. Great power slam. Oh, it's over. No, it's not.
That was almost a quickie.
He cinched that leg up after the power slam. I thought he had it, and Scotty comes back with a powerful front face lock, changed it into the side headlock.
You can always tell a good wrestler. They go back to the hole that got him there. If they start out with an arm lock, a headlock, doesn't matter. They go back to it.
You mean they dance with who brung them?
They dance with who brung them.
He didn't understand himself.
IRS turning it in his predicament into a pinning combination, but I think he's using the tights there. At least that's the allegation from young Mr. Steiner.
How far away could the $1 Million Man Ted DiBiase be?
Not far.
He's in the building. I saw him earlier.
And how far away could Rick Steiner be?
He's on page 3 of the comic book, so he'll be there quite a while. Don't worry about him.
That's not funny.
IRS with a very unhumorous knee right to the midsection. Doubles over Scott Steiner. IRS up. Oh, countered. Inside cradle's countered. And a near fall. Trying to hook him and take him over. And who's going to get the counter here?
Fighting for a backslide.
And I think Scott Steiner may have the advantage here. He's underneath. IRS got him pinning predicament. 1, 2 and a half.
See his left shoulder come up just a half an inch, but that's enough to keep him in the ball game.
It's like two winos trying to put on a small coat.
Did you repeat that?
Never mind.
Referee now has a 10 count to get IRS back in the ring. If he doesn't make it, he'll get the short end of the purse tonight.
Right here in Milan.
It's amazing how friendly the fans are here.
Big fashion capital, you know.
Yeah, it's a lot of interesting things going on here.
That was her husband, huh?
I tried to tell you, but
Well, she couldn't speak English. Couldn't even get the order straight, bimbo.
side headlock again. Scotty Steiner back in control here, but he hasn't really been able to sustain anything for any long length of time here against this crafty veteran. IRS, good shoulder block there. The pace is quickening here. Good drop toe hold.
Lots of speed.
And a counter.
With a blink of an eye, things can change.
Well, when he came out of that, when IRS hooked him in that toe hole, the way he spun up on his back, I thought he had him. I thought that knee was going to give, but Scott Steiner came right out of it.
IRS hasn't been in this position too many times before, I'll guarantee you that. He can't believe that Scotty Steiner is right behind him.
IRS quickly back up to his feet, but he's taken to the turnbuckle by Scotty Steiner.
Check out that briefcase in the corner.
Yeah, that could be a factor in this one. Scotty Steiner showing his physical superiority as far as the strength's concerned. Steiner line, hooks the leg, lateral press, and another near fall.
I'm going to tell you something about IRS. He's a great, great, great wrestler.
And he always knows where he's at. He knew where the ropes were. He knew where the floor was. He rolled out. He's regrouping.
Look at that.
Very smart.
He's a big, strong guy. Look at him on the outside.
Very good athlete, and he is very intelligent.
You know, he's deceiving with that white shirt and tie on and those slacks he's wearing. The guy's about 280.
Exactly. He's a
280?
he's a big boy.
Wow, I didn't know he was that big.
I don't doubt it at all. He's all muscle.
And with that briefcase, he's probably about 310.
Exactly.
With that briefcase, he's a winner.
You know, he's making Scotty think about it, and that's something that the youth and the... What are you laughing at?
I'm picturing Scotty Steiner trying to think. I don't see any smoke.
IRS is trying to frustrate his younger opponent.
He's also trying to buy some time.
Right.
Exactly.
He's
That's
got
a smart move.
He's got the money to do it.
Get him back in the ring. Stay focused and don't let him rally you, Scotty. IRS is pretty good at those mind games. I wouldn't want him doing my taxes, but he's a pretty shrewd guy.
He does mine.
I know he does yours. That's why I say I wouldn't want him doing my taxes. Macho Man, how about you? I'm trying H&R Block or somebody, not IRS.
My comment is no comment.
Side headlock. IRS just doesn't stay in that side headlock long. And a good move.
Whoa!
He sidestepped Scott Steiner at IRS and took him right outside to the floor. And Scotty Steiner with a big head of steam all the way through the ropes, right out here on the floor.
Scotty Steiner was coming 100 miles an hour off the ropes, and IRS helped him reach 200 miles an hour.
Detour.
Steiner's taken to the ring apron. Scott Steiner now back in trouble. IRS has wrestled a very intelligent match. And he's taking Scotty to the steps. And not to help him up the steps, but help him head first through the steps if possible. Well, a disapproving crowd here in Milan for that man.
Like he cares, right?
Tell you it's not over until it's over, and I thought that IRS was smart enough to know that, but I guess he's not.
Big forearm right to the massive chest of Scott Steiner. And these two tag team rivals have had quite a spirited contest here in
Look
Milan,
at the
Italy.
size of IRS. That was a good close-up shot of him. He's a big boy.
He must have a tremendous amount of confidence in his ability to get in the ring and wrestle with long pants on, a shirt, a tie, and suspenders. I mean, all those could be used as weapons against him. Shows you the confidence the man has in himself.
Either that or he's a fool.
Oh, he's no fool.
Good slam.
Takes a fool to know a fool, so
Well, he's a good friend of mine, I'll tell you that.
that doesn't surprise
And,
me.
oh, Scott Steiner pulled the knees up and consequently drove them into the abdomen of IRS. And maybe that'll buy Scotty some time to be able to recuperate somewhat. Certainly hurt IRS.
IRS, it looks like he's asking for a little time, but he's not going to get it.
No timeouts here.
Not in the World Wrestling Federation.
And
I
there
don't
should
care
be
if you're-
timeouts.
Why don't you bring that up to Tunney?
You can't get him on the phone.
Can't find him at home.
Scott Steiner whips IRS to the far side with tremendous velocity.
Got him by the tongue again.
That's the tie.
It's a tie.
Well, hey, he wears it. You got to pay the consequences.
Exactly right.
Another whip in, and another kick to the face by IRS.
Check the feet.
He's got the feet in the ropes. Did he
get
get it? Did he get
No,
it?
the ref says no. Why?
Okay, now was there a 3 count? Did he see his foot on the ropes? What happened?
I didn't see the 3 count.
Bad camera shot.
IRS thought he won it.
You saw something we didn't see.
He kicks Scotty in the midsection. The match continues in any event. Scott Steiner comes right down the back way, and
He
the
got him.
predicament, he got him.
What a big victory.
Oh, this is going to look good for the Steiner.
Here's your winner, Scott Steiner.
Let's take another look at that counter move. IRS is contending his tight for pull. Perhaps we'll see here, gentlemen, as we take another look at what just transpired.
Well, it's very simple. Here IRS goes for an airplane spin, it looks to me like. Steiner uses his pants. He's hooked him there. Forget it.
Great wrestling by the Steiners. They get a victory. Yeah, yeah.
Global Warfare continues. We are in Milan, Italy. Jim Ross, Bobby the Brain Heenan, and the one and only Macho Man Randy Savage. And this matchup should be one of, I think, epic proportions, because the first man being introduced certainly has got some pretty hefty proportions. Macho Man, well over 500 pounds, is Yokozuna.
Parlay Italiano, Ross.
No, I'm having problems with English being from Oklahoma. But
All right, then I'll just talk English here.
Please.
Yokozuna, Mr. Fuji coming down the aisle in Milan, Italy. Heenan, what language do you talk?
I speak English. I'm sorry.
I
but
didn't
speak
understand that. Say that again.
I speak 9 languages fluently. Italy, Italian happens to be one of them.
are you going to give me a good deal on those shoes? You can send me some money on those Italian shoes?
I told you I can. I know the guy there. He'll take care of it. But you give me the money, I'll run over and get them for you. He'll only sell them to me.
But you never asked me what size I wear.
Doesn't
Was it
matter
one
over
size
here.
fits all?
One size fits all. What size you wear? 11 and a what? 12?
10 and a half. 10 and a half and two pairs. I'm confused. 10 and a half on each foot. One size fits all Italian loafers.
Look at the Undertaker sign out there.
Speaking of Italian loafers, did you see that guy in the doorway doing nothing today?
I missed him.
There's your Italian loafer.
I got up a little late. Well, the Yokozuna contingent is relatively small here.
Check out the red, white, and blue, even here in Milan, Italy.
I'll guarantee you, nobody in Italy has ever seen a man this huge. They've never seen a man from the Orient this big.
And you should see Yokozuna, too.
That's right. What's he talking about?
Well, I think that we are ready for the introduction soon, I'm sure, of The Undertaker here on Global Warfare.
Global Warfare. He didn't say it.
Global Warfare. He didn't say it. What?
And the fans even here in Milan, Italy certainly know what that gong stands for.
My friend.
Paul Bearer will be leading The Undertaker to the ring. The Undertaker, 6 feet 10 and a half inches tall, over 300 pounds, hailing from Death Valley.
I'll tell you, the more and more I look at Paul Bearer, he reminds me of Sophia Loren. They got the same kind of facial features. They must be related.
I wouldn't even say that, even whispering or thinking over here in Milan, Italy. Sophia Loren is a legend.
Oh, she's very beautiful.
I'm sure you know her quite well, don't you, Ray?
Oh, you can't.
Yeah, I am, really. No, you're right, I am kidding.
He's watched all her movies.
At least twice. Well, Mr. Fuji rather stoic in his expression. He knows this one's not going to be a pretty affair. The Undertaker, certainly with a high threshold of pain, to say the least.
He's going to need it.
I bet Paul Bear's put away a little pasta since he's been here in the country.
Cold pasta. Likes everything cold.
What an interesting match this is going to be. What styles? The Undertaker with the slow, methodical style, and Yokozuna with the slow, methodical style, but both of them have power behind them.
And they both like to manhandle their opponents, take their time with them. Will the Undertaker be able to move Yokozuna around? Will he be able to pick him up? Will he be able to have his way with him like he does all his other opponents? Or will Yokozuna squash him in the corner like he's done all his opponents?
I'll tell you what, the Undertaker likes to bring you all the way down, and if Yokozuna does that to the Undertaker, well, he's at home there, so it doesn't matter.
Well, Paul Bearer needs to take that urn back from the referee because, as we know, the Undertaker rather sensitive regarding that urn. He draws some sort of power from it, and now I suppose we'll see the pre-match ceremony of Yokozuna as well.
Both of them have their own rituals. Bobby Heenan's is making people miserable.
I don't make people miserable. They make themselves miserable because they're stupid.
Yeah, anybody that listens to you or talks to you for any length of time over a second, check out this body physique.
Fans are oohing and eyeing here in Milan. The Undertaker with that stoic stare.
The ring is not full of pretty people. You can say that.
Well, you've got a good point there.
Big people,
Tough people,
rough people,
athletic people,
not pretty.
but not people who love people, Macho Man, I'll tell you that.
Well, you guys discuss that amongst yourselves because I'm going to watch this ritual by Yokozuna. This is a big match, and whoever wins this one is going to be famous all over the world.
You bet.
Bobby, you've wrestled in Japan, the Orient, a few times, haven't you?
Yes.
What's this ritual mean?
Well, it's salt, and it purifies the ring for evil spirits. And the salt is always thrown, and he always bows towards the east. How's that for an answer?
Well, sounds pretty reasonable.
It doesn't sound correct.
It is correct.
Well, if he ever pulls a hamstring, he's in trouble.
So is the first 8 rows.
This is a big man, a huge man, and with this size, it's just...
Thigh Master won't work on him.
How do you...
That was our rear view lens right there.
How do you get a game plan? How do you comprise a game plan for someone that's well over 500 pounds?
It's simple. It is very simple, but no one's caught on yet how to do it.
Why don't you let us in on it? We'd like
He
to know.
doesn't know it. How
Okay,
can
what
he
you
tell
do
us?
is you get yourself a pair of work shoes with the steel toes.
Yeah.
Then you put about 50 pounds of rice and fish and sushi all in the middle of the ring. When Yoko bends over to start eating, you lay those work shoes in on him. And it's just a matter of time. You got yourself a win.
Check this stare up.
Ooh.
Instead of a stare down, stare up, Yoko.
Talk about face to face.
This is it right here. And they're both ready for war. And indeed, Yokozuna strikes the first blow that barely staggers The Undertaker.
Doesn't even move him.
Again, Yokozuna, that martial arts thrust to the throat. He's looking for Mr. Fuji for some advice or something. And here comes The Undertaker.
Whoa!
Big uppercuts. Yokozuna reverses the whip to the center of the ropes. And there's the DDT. Oh, what a move here. In the early going, the DDT by The Undertaker.
Global warfare at its best.
This
Come
might
on,
be a
Taker.
record fall.
They shook the ring and this entire arena floor seemingly with that impact and collision.
Needs to go for a cover right here. Take it. Take it, Taker.
Undertaker couldn't connect with the elbow.
He may have had him if he'd have been a little quicker.
Yokozuna with a clothesline. Outside goes The Undertaker, but he landed right on his feet. And Fuji, oh, what a cheap shot. He hit him with that flagpole, and it basically just distracts The Undertaker. But there's another martial arts thrust to the throat and a chop. Yokozuna measures The Undertaker, sends him into the steel ring steps here, and back to the apron of the ring.
This is going to be a test for both guys. Yokozuna and Undertaker have never met their match like they are when they're wrestling each other.
There will be no winner in this one because whoever wins will feel it tomorrow and feel it tonight. This isn't going to be an easy match.
Yokozuna gets The Undertaker back in the ring, and the big man back up on the apron here. Referee rather lenient on his count. I think the fans are appreciative of that. I know we are. We'd like to see the best man win, as they say here.
Look at the eyes on Yokozuna.
He's a little surprised that that turnbuckle didn't have more effect. And The Undertaker with a blatant choke there, in danger of being disqualified.
But there's nobody in the WWF the size of Yokozuna. He's got to get The Undertaker down and lean on him with all that weight. Use your weight. I mean, he didn't get that big by accident. He did that purposely.
Did you see the hit?
Ring in the earth move there. And Yokozuna able to get that elbow or perhaps forearm and scoops up the 300-plus pounder very easily.
The beginning of the end here.
And the
That's
big
it.
left right across his face. That should be all. And
Whoa, look, he's sitting up.
he's set right up.
He's not human.
Another clothesline, and down goes The Undertaker.
Now he's out. Now just a matter of getting on top of him, getting a 1, 2, 3 count.
Yokozuna very methodical.
Cover him.
I don't think Yokozuna understands what he's dealing with over here. He's testing him out.
Don't wake him up. The last thing you want to do is wake him up.
Undertaker, is he unconscious? He's certainly motionless.
Remember that old saying, never wake up a sleeping Undertaker.
And Yoko's...
He's up, he's up, look at him.
You better look behind you there, big man. Yokozuna now with that bucket,
That's
wooden... What is that?
A solid oak, that bucket.
And he's hit him in the face with it again. Is the referee going to let this one go, or do we have
I
it as well?
heard a bell.
Undertaker's hearing some bells.
The Undertaker's been knocked unconscious.
He's out like a light.
Fuji's nailed Paul Bearer here on the outside. And Fuji now driving that...
He's trying to plant the flag is what
Yeah,
he's
he
doing.
sure is, right in his gut. Undertaker has been manhandled here.
Oh, I know what they're going to do. He's going to come off that second rope on him.
Hey, the match is over. Isn't it?
I would think so,
We
yeah.
haven't heard an official decision, but I think it is.
What happened to Paul Bearer on the outside? I didn't see that.
Fuji nailed him with that flagpole.
Look at this.
And here comes... Oh, nobody
No!
there. The Undertaker with a big kick to the midsection and catches Yokozuna with a clothesline. Now he's got the huge man.
Whoa,
Takes him down.
That was amazing.
Fuji, get him out of there.
Let's get the official decision.
Here's your winner, as the result of a disqualification, The Undertaker.
Well, The Undertaker wins the match via disqualification.
And Paul Bear's still got his jar of ragu there.
What a big victory in this global warfare between The Undertaker and Yokozuna for The Undertaker.
The man isn't human, I'm telling you. I've seen this man take more punishment than anybody Yokozuna's ever wrestled, and he sits up.
Let's take another look at some of the closing moments.
Oh, look at this. This finishes off most people. But he just sits up. The man is not human.
The Undertaker wins it here on Global Warfare. What a match we've seen here from Italy.
Boy, time flies when you're having fun, man. Global Warfare. Woo! Great matches, great matches. You know, please forgive me for kind of babbling around and talking so much about my music, because you see, music, just like the World Wrestling Federation, has been my life, man. You know, when I was in high school, everybody tried to talk Jimmy Hart out of getting in music. They said, you'll never make it. You're wasting your time. But man, if you really believe in something so much, anything can happen. Look, I had a gold record, million-seller record with Keep On Dancing, and that led to my gold albums in the World Wrestling Federation. And now I'm producing some of the superstars with the WWF. So you got to believe in yourself. You know, I guess about 5.5 months ago, I had a phone call. And on the other end of the phone, there was a man that wore a headband like this, the red and yellow. And he wore a T-shirt that looked something like this, man. You know, and he told me something very, very important. He said, you know, Jimmy Hart, he said, you got to change your evil ways, man. You got to change your life. I want you to be a Hulkamaniac. I want you to have red, white, and blue in your veins. Because you see, you were just like me. You were born in the USA, man. And he said, I want you to say your prayers. I want you to take your vitamins. And most of all, I want you to believe in yourself, man. And that's what I did. So that's what I'm telling you. I'm telling everybody out there, if you want to be successful in life, nobody can shoot you out of the saddle. Nobody can knock you off your feet. You have got to believe in yourself. So all I got to say is this. What you gonna do, man, when the World Wrestling Federation, Coliseum Video, and Hulkamania run wild all over the world on you?